Clara O'Day. Born in 56, Clara was the only child of the less fortunate O'Day family. Like many Irish women, Clara's mother was an indentured servant to an upper-class household in the Strand. Sneaking into the family's private lessons, Clara picked up as much as she could, devouring the education her parents could never afford to give her. Unfortunately, after being wrongfully accused of theft, Clara's mother was dismissed from her job and was forced to find other means of survival. By the time she turned 10, Clara had become the sole breadwinner in her household. I doubt that. I doubt that would have happened. Her father having left the family a year prior, and her mother bedridden and sick with grief. Oh, because her father died. Clara took to the streets to support what little family she had left. The orphan children with whom she found kinship gave her a sense of belonging that she had never experienced before. Because she had no family. She didn't react well to her family. This is just... This is naff. This is all the just give us the real people. Give us the real people, and you can have your made up people in a separate section, because some of this is stupid. The 9th of November, 1847. I think they're twins, aren't they? Evie Fry was born 4 minutes before her brother Jacob, and she never let him forget it. She was fierce from the moment she gasped and kicked her way into life, shattering the peaceful silence of a gracious country home. Jacob and Evie's mother, Cecily, died in childbirth. She was the only daughter of an English steelworks manager based in the Rhondda Valley in South Wales. Really? Then why aren't they Welsh? Or is it the Rhondda? I always say Rhondda. Her mother was of Welsh stock. Their father, Ethan, accepted his mother-in-law's offer to raise the children until the age of 6. He then took... Oh, okay. What? Oh, right. Mother died in childbirth. Ethan, the father, took them... Okay. He then took charge... Right, so until they're 6. So how come they don't have a Welsh accent? And they should at least have a slight hint of it. I wonder if they know any Welsh. Her father raised Evie and her brothers to join the Assassin Order. It was a dangerous time for the assassins in England, and the Templars tried to extend their stranglehold on London to the surrounding countryside. Evie was studious and technical. She gravitated toward the more theoretical and organisational parts of the organisation. She specialised in research with a side interest in Pieces of Eden. This is why I like you more. Ethan instilled in his children a strong sense of social duty, the idea that the assassins should help the people be free rather than solely act as agents to take down oppressive forces. While Jacob rebelled against his father's schooling, Evie relished his lessons. His teachings became a cornerstone of Evie's personal creed. Her first assassination was a mill owner who was abusing and refusing to pay his staff. The incoming owner, a member of the Brotherhood, improved conditions greatly. Evie is valued among the assassins for her thoughtful planning, her ability to solve problems, and her ability to see the human side of any equation. Aberline. 8th of January, 43. A young clockmaker from Dorset, Frederick Aberline, knew he was destined for bigger and more puzzling things. Joining the Metropolitan Police, it took him only 2 years to make a good impression and be promoted to sergeant. He always strove to be fair and just in his line of work, but found that the law was often anything but. In 68. Oh yeah, we met him, but we did meet him before, because he was dressed as a bearded lady. In 1868, albeit with some hesitation, he joined forces with Jacob and Evie Fry, two justice-seeking rogues to help rid the streets of the notorious Blighter gang. The darn Blighters that dominated the city's underworld. Although reluctant to look back on his unusual life his actions during the year were crucial to his career. In 73, I was thinking Jack the Ripper, he became an inspector and was transferred to Whitechapel, where he eventually led the investigation into the infamous Jack the Ripper murders. Although certainly beneficial at the time, Aberline spent the rest of his life questioning whether or not his early alliance with the Friars was ultimately just another corruption of the justice system. Henry Green. He's good at keeping secrets as he is at meeting people. Many people do not. Most people will never know that Henry was not always called Henry. What a shocking twist. Jade de Mere was born the son of a princess and an assassin. Arbazmir. Okay, really? Because wasn't it one of the Fries who ended up with the Kohinoor from... Or did he have the box? No, I think he had the Kohinoor from Assassin's Creed India, because Arbazmir was the main character of that, and you see him interact a lot with Piara Kaur. Arbazmir, a member of the Indian Brotherhood, fell in love with Pyara Kaur, the daughter of the Maharaja Karak Singh, while racing against the Templars to find the whereabouts of the mysterious Koh-i-Noor diamond. Jayadeep was raised and trained to be a member of the Brotherhood, but, to the frustration of many, found he was more inclined towards books than he was to violence. You madman, liking and reading books. Pot and kettle. Hoping it was just a phase, the Brotherhood sent Jayadeep out on a mission in 1860, which he ultimately failed, putting the Brotherhood at risk. Jayadeep was then invited to England for a more suitable mission. He left home, but was ever hopeful that someday he would return, having proved to be a capable field agent. Over the course of his time in England, he adopted many fake identities, but he came to love the very simple curiosity shop-owning Henry Green. Henry, a name he heard often, and Green being the colour of his hat at the time. Having made connections throughout London, he proved extremely useful upon the arrival of assassin twins Evie and Jacob Fry. For them, he helps in their quest to bring down the Templar control in London, having consumed as much information about the city as is humanly possible. While both sincere and hard-working, Jayadeep has a human side to him that many in the Brotherhood simply do not. Speaking of not having a human side, Jacob Fry. He's born the younger Fry twin to a schoolmaster and young wife, both assassins. After being cared for by their grandmother until the age of 6, Jacob and Evie were taken into the family home at Crawley. A forward thinker, Ethan Fry raised his children steeped in assassin heritage, every night educating them in the ways of the assassins and the world. Evie soaked up this knowledge. Jacob paid far less attention to his father's lessons, and gradually came to resent him. Evie was always the good student, but Jacob was the athlete. He heard and obeyed the tenets of the creed and the instructions of the Assassin Brotherhood, but inside he was pure chaos, waiting for a chance to unleash his potential. While Evie dutifully practiced with her father, Jacob took to wild explorations late at night of the dark factories and gambling dens of Crawley and beyond. With his father's death, Jacob was finally free of his obligation as a small-town watchman. Notorious as the second-best assassin in the London suburbs, after Evie, of course, he was ready to face his destiny in the big city. Yeah, I thought so. Although born in New York City, Ned always dreamed of travelling to London. He must have been quite a fan of rain. Not only was an escape abroad attractive to his inquisitive young mind, but the British Empire held the potential for extraordinary criminal activity. Ned Winnett, née Henrietta, of course, Netta Mary Wynne, was raised in American polite society and was expected to play the part, but longed for a life outside of social constraints. Always clever, he learned how to sneak away from home while no one was watching. By day he would play the part of the respectable little girl, but by night he was a boy and, disguised, found a home on the streets among petty thieves and darker influences. No one ever made a connection between the two personae, and Ned soon began making a name for himself as a notorious jewel thief. Once he had amassed sufficient funds, he left home for good and utterly abandoned his old Netta identity, which seems a shame because she sounded fun. Ned quickly excelled in the criminal underworld, but struck it big only after proving his talents and being recruited by America's most famous thief, Adam Worth. Seeing Ned's obvious talent for scheming and schmoozing, Worth gave him a very important mission that just so happened to mirror the young man's dream: set up a crime syndicate in the heart of the British Empire. It wasn't hard for Ned to make friends when he did reach London, and it wasn't long before his plan was underway. He made his base of operations in Southwark, specialising in theft, and assembled a group of hard-working, loyal thieves to aid his cause. There was only one obstacle remaining on his path to true success: the Blighters. Luck would find Ned again, however, when in 1968 Ned stumbled upon the most beautiful train he had ever laid eyes on. The owners of the train, twin assassins Jacob and Evie Fry, agreed to take up the Blighter presents, provided Ned let them keep whatever booty they discovered on their journey across London. Mr. Topping. Robert Ignatius Topping was born in London on a sunny day in July 1847, which might account for his chipper outlook on life. The fifth child of 8, Topping often had to fight to be heard. With little attention to give to their middle child, the Toppings often let Robert to his own devices to make his own fun, and though he was generally a content and charismatic child, Robert frequently found himself bored and alone, and regularly daydreamed that someday he might lead a more exciting excitement. One day, though he could never have predicted it, that longing became a reality. On a family outing to the market, little Robert wandered away from his siblings and was quickly lost in a maze of back alleys. Tired, confused, and unable to find his way back, he finally fell asleep in an empty crate. Upon awaking, he discovered that his crate-cum-cradle had been relocated to the mobile stores of a travelling circus. And unlike the story, perhaps, one Robert today insists is perfectly true. The young stowaway, or runaway, found the nomadic lifestyle of the circus performers thrilling and elected to remain with them for several years, escaping the family home to amass all the knowledge that acrobats, harlequins, and ringmasters had to offer. When, eventually, the crew disbanded, Robert returned to the city full-time, though the Toppings found the story of his supposed hijinks thoroughly unbelievable. Ever resourceful, Robert later entered into the employment of his own uncle, whose illegitimate businesses promised another taste of a more exciting life. Today, the ambitious young Topping acts as a bookie for underground prize fighting and street racing rings, but has greater hopes for the future. Though he may occasionally fall in with the wrong crowd, he's nothing if not a survivor, and can generally talk or trick his way out of any tense situation. Failing that, he can do some quick juggling. So we've got load more people to go. How many have we got left? We've got stuff in the present day. I'm mainly interested in the history stuff. But I think we've done a bit of reading. We'll get around and work out what we're doing next.
You must stop by and see me at my digs. I'd be ever so pleased.
Is that Mr. Topping? I think that's Mr. Topping. Runaway train. To level 3. There should be a plate that goes across the coupling so you can just walk across.
Afternoon, Governor.
Access gears and weapons. Oh, there's a little shop here, eh? Oh, something over here. So this just access what? Souvenirs? Sniff of the beagle. Oh, that's... okay. Oh, that must be Darwin. What are the odds? To each. Come on, comrades. Left jab. Okay. I could do that. Let me run away. That's the wall. More money. Gang upgrades. Okay. Oh, I'd have to buy them, wouldn't I? Police bribes. Some of your illegal activities. Increase the popularity of the Growler. Look for more of them around. Black market affiliation. We can't afford. Your gang now includes the Watcher archetype. Watchers use their firearms more often than other archetypes. Purchase carriages for your rooks. Look for them on the streets of London. Rooks receive combat training. They're now level 5. So you want to do crafting and stuff.
The train's ours now. May as well make ourselves at home.
Oh, there's a mission here. Exciting. And then there's our mission. Oh, can I climb over the top? I can run on the top. I can run on the top. I can run on the top. Whee! And then there's the runaway train mission over there. So we've got a few missions on the train we can do, which we might actually work on. And I'm all the way up here. Hello. I don't want to actually start a mission. No. So yeah, I think we put the cut in here, and we have got a few missions. We could do the runaway train. We could do Jacob's mission. I think, doesn't Evie have a mission around somewhere? Wait! Is that an investigation? Ooh, I'm excited. Excited. Hold everything. And our missions are all the way over here. Okay, well, news. I saw a thing for that we needed for. Charles Dickens. Spring-Heel Jack. Oh, my goodness. Spring-Heel Jack. I'm not entirely sure if that's an actual thing, but there was a kind of urban myth of a character with springs in his heels, basically, and he could jump massively high. It's called Jack, and sometimes he's attached to Jack the Ripper in the old various different types of lore. Maybe that's what that's about. So we've got a few different things we can do. We might just hop into the Where is that a thing to... We got loads of little side missions and things to pick up. We could go and do this dreadful crimes thing. That seems exciting. I assume they've just added in the railway, so you just you can travel around. So we'll be traveling along here. The next station would be this one, which is miles away from where I want to be. It's in Southwark. It's one of two in Southwark. So that then follows down round to Westminster, bottom of Westminster. I don't know what it's doing. We'll find out, I suppose. But I think maybe we'll try the dreadful crimes next time. But yes, dreadful crimes. Oh, and there's some missions here that we'll have to think about. I think we'll just think about where we're...
Don't you have a nicer outfit than that?
Oh, thanks. The crate escape. That's the next sequence, which I don't really want to do yet. And we could just get off, although we sightsee. Okay, we can see some walls. This is just a little cinematic view, is it? Ooh, that's nice. I wonder if there's... Can I see what kind of train it is? You can normally tell what kind of train it is by its wheelbase. But I can't actually see what the wheels are. Ah, boo. I'd have to get out. Which I don't think is wise if we're driving around. Right, so put the stuff in. I'm just being really, really geeky and nerdy. Okay, I think we'll put the cut in here. Did I get more money? No. I think we'll put the cut in here, and next time we will progress with all these other things. Hooray! Thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for watching.